Hey guys, back with a little more content from the Content Minds here on YouTube. I think it's, and first of all, miss me with the criticism of the Christmas tree. I'm leaving it up. Second of all, I wanted to talk a bit about Greenland. I know it's a topic on everyone's mind, and I think, well, we don't ever want to make the mistake of ascribing a lot of logical, meta strategic thinking to Trump, right? He's going to do what's good for Trump, and that's kind of his MO. We do have to kind of consider, I think, uh, if the Trump administration makes this decision, it would be such a rupture of the transatlantic relationship. It would be really a world historical event, and it would change everything about how the EU and the U.S. relates to itself, to each other. And the reason that is obviously this would be an encroachment, an incursion, and an invasion of a sovereign NATO territory. NATO would collapse immediately. And while the Ryan McBeths and the Ian Bremers of the world are correct that this is unlikely, and this is probably a Trump always chickens out kind of phenomenon. I think we're doing ourselves a disservice by not examining this as something that could really happen. And I think one of the first order effects that would really happen if Trump does this is all of the basing in a substantial amount of NATO's basing, certainly the enhanced forward presence basing that you see in Eastern Europe, in Poland, and in the Baltic states would all immediately evaporate. A lot of the German basing would evaporate. These are NATO-based agreements, so that's all gone. Secondarily, Singonella and in Italy and Rota in Spain, these are really important naval and air bases. These would, I think, take longer. These are bilateral relations, but they can be broken. And I think the public outcry in those states would be so great that they would be broken quite quickly, maybe within 6 months. Those will be gone. And I think even the Lakenheaths of the world would be in danger, right? The UK, while there's a special relationship, this would change so much about the about that special relationship. I think you really have to consider how much collaboration. I mean, we're already seeing the kind of degradation of the Five Eyes, even as we speak. And this would be a huge first order effect of doing this kind of creating this rupture within NATO. And really, again, we don't want to ascribe some kind of grand strategy to Trump. He doesn't have that. It's been proven time and again that he just does what's expedient for him. But what we do need to consider is that this means implicitly or tacitly that he and his administration consider the power projection that's provided to them by these bases in Europe to be unimportant. They see their ability to project into the Middle East as already being satisfied by Saudi and Israel and Jordan. And they're happy to give the rest up to Russia, right? This kind of power projection into Western Europe, they don't really care about it, which is incredible. So, anyway, leave your comments down below. Appreciate it.